All right, hi everybody. Cowboy Surfer here, the Naked Trader. Hold please. Okay, thanks for holding. I had to put a shirt on real quick, and some pants. I'm kidding. Oh man, one cut, guys, one cut. That's all I do this in. Okay, today's trades were like, oh man, today was for the most part break even. So on one account, I had to just bag because I almost stopped it out. And then it was back and forth, and then eventually got to the point where I was like, okay, I could lose my account if I try anymore, so I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow. And then another account, I came back later in the day and I made 930 bucks. I had four wins in a row. Yeah, it was a topsy-turvy day. So basically, I broke even for the day. Like it was just that type of day. It started off kind of slow and weird, and it just never progressed. I think I could have taken just a couple trades in the morning and been done, honestly. Biggest thing for me is I need to wait until one of the four things hits, which is either I get stopped out, which did happen, or my profit take hits, or my trailing stop hits, or the 5 minutes. One of those four things. If one of those four things hits, I need to just wait. So if I make that trade, I gotta just sit there and just see what happens and have a system to do like, okay, if I win, great. If I lose, the next trade I'm going to do, add a contract. I want to go over today's trades, and I'm going to go over specifically the 5 minute trade on the transition bar and entering on the key. Uh, I went through almost the entire day. I stopped, I think, at like 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, and there were a bunch of trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, 18 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and six losses. So what I did, I just did some basic math. I said, okay, my max loss is 40 ticks. Okay, no matter how many contracts I do, it's 40 ticks. And then I lowered my trading stop down to 30. Now there were some times it would have gone 40, 50, even 100 plus, but I just said if I only make 30 ticks on each of these trades, what would my results be? And luckily, I ended up net positive on this one trade. It was 110 ticks when I added it all up, which is nice. And so 110 ticks times up by however many contracts you trade, that would have been the day. Just trade this one trade. And looking at how I'm setting the charts up, I may just keep this one on here. Let me show the charts. Okay, I smashed the other charts over here real side. I'm just focusing on the 5 minute chart, and this is just a transition bar, okay? This is kind of early. 6:20 is 4:20 my time. That's too early. So let's start around here. So I'm looking for transition bars and entering on the keys, okay? With just this chart, and it's on the left-hand side, left side of the chart that you can see. So we have 655, 705. This is a transition bar. I'm hoping that this next one is 710. It's not. This is one of the first losses I had, which was like, oh, that's great. But then you get right back into it at 715 and you take the 720. So you had a win and loss right there. And that's just how it worked out. Now the candles actually on the 710, you would have made a little money, but just for sake, we'll say we just lost. And that's one trade, 720. I'm not trading this bar is too close, even though it did work out. 725, 730, that's the announcement time. And next one we got 740. So if you watch, I'm watching the time. I'm watching time below, and that's all I'm doing. And every 5 minutes, I'm looking at it thinking, okay, is it a transition bar or not? And then on my chart, uh, I have every single bar gets its very own, I make that right, gets its very own timestamp. So that way it's super easy to see, I'm hoping. At least it appears that way to me. 740, again, I'm looking for transition bars. 745, 50, 55. That's all I'm doing. I'm watching this time just go down. And sometimes it's boring. Okay, 8 to 810. This is transition bar. I'm going to take the sell on this guy and hope that it works out. 815, it did work out. And just counting 30 ticks and give me 30 ticks back. That's all I'm looking for. Okay, so this is 820. 825, 830. Just go along with me on this part and you can see this. So we go from 35, 40, no trades there. We're still just kind of skipping along. That's how the morning went. It just didn't go very fast, but here's a trade. So 855 was this bar. The very next bar right here is 910. This is transition bar. I'm hoping this is 915 because if it is, I'm going to take it. And it's not. This is another loss, but I'm going to enter in at 935 again. I'm going to add one more contract and hit 840. 840, I believe, was a pretty big candle wick. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it did go down pretty far. Nonetheless, that's where I'm sitting at. Okay. So that was kind of the morning. It was like win, loss, win, loss. I'm like, oh my goodness sakes. I'm just paying fees. And my wins were more than 30 ticks, but my losses were 40 ticks. And I'm like, yeah, it was a frustrating day, morning. So you got 35, 40, but stick with me. It gets better. 50. So I'm hoping this is 955 because if this is, I need it. Nope, it's not. But 10 o'clock and then you got 10:05. That's how the day went. I was like, lose, win, lose, win. And so I kept adding contracts. So I go two contracts, I lose for 40. And I'd add a third contract and then I'd win. I'd get most of my money back. Sometimes like it wouldn't quite go 30 or 40 ticks and then I'd be close enough. How my morning went. 10:05, 15. This is transition bar. I'm hoping this is another. I hope this is 10:20, which it is. Thank you. I got two wins in a row. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're getting close to the 11 o'clock. I don't trade time, but that's okay. 10, 20, 25. There's 30. There's 35. Nope, nope. So again, I'm just watching this. This is how you do this. It's that simple. 40, 55. Yeah, I'm not trading this one because it hit, and I watched this bar. I was hoping the bar before would close because it closed pretty far. But at 10:55, I'm like, no, it's getting 11 o'clock. It's lunchtime. I went to the gym and lunchtime East Coast, and I called it good for an hour. And so that's kind of how it went. It was just here's the 11 o'clock lunch East Coast lunchtime. Here's 10:55. I didn't trade this one, but here's the transition bar. This is where I came back in. I'm hoping this is 12:20, and it is. Boom. Took that for a win. Okay. Thank you. And then let's see if we get any more. 25, there's 30, 35, 40, 50. Okay. I'm hoping this is 12:55. It is actually a pretty decent candle wick up. And so they've made good money there too. And on the way down, now I made these trades. I made all four of these trades. That's how I made the 930 bucks. The first time it was basically break even down, probably because of fees, but it was an ugly morning. And then I hit this one at coming up here. There's 10, there's 25. So I'm hoping this is 1330, which it is. I made that trade. And then 1350, I'm hoping this next one is 1355, which it is. Those are my four back-to-back wins, back-to-back-to-back wins. Now, I got out early on two of those trades that dropped significantly. Like I took less than less than 30 ticks. I took like, I don't know, a couple $100 and I was like, okay, I'm good because it was in the morning. That $980 easily should have got me out at 40 ticks or even more. There was easy 100 ticks on two of those trades. And I watched it, but I was like, I'm just gonna take money off the table because it was just crazy morning. So that was been my day. I wanted to show you the naked truth of trading, and yeah, I switched accounts because I was like, okay, well, if I keep trading this account this way, I could potentially lose it. So I swapped out accounts because me at back-to-back losses like that, it just sucks. But then I kept doing it, and it worked out eventually. So, but with a different account. Now I'm done trading by now. Let's just go see if there's any more trades that happened, and I'll stop by 1500 East Coast time because I think it's a good time to stop. There's 1355, 14, 1405, 1410. Okay, this is transition bar. Now I don't know what happened here. Let's just see if this worked. 1445, this would have been a loss. And then 1500, 1510. So I think in my math, what I did count that as minus 40 ticks, and that's what I did for that one. And so it netted out positive 110 ticks, all those, but it helped having those four back to back to back back wins and only use 30 tick profit loss. I mean, some days are just like this, and it's okay. So anyways, let's do again tomorrow. And hopefully you don't lose your accounts and then let's get all qualified and make some money on this. Okay. All right, guys. See you next time.